everybody. I am just so amazingly honored to be standing here today as the distinguished professor.
We love you!
I can't really believe that. When Don came and talked to me to tell me that I'd been chosen, I was literally struck speechless. And the first thought I had was, holy mackerel, and the next thought I had was, oh no, this is going to be a disaster. I had this creeping certainty along with great pride that some sort of disaster was bound to happen for me. It could be the stuff that I teach. This semester I taught Boethius, a Roman philosopher, who wrote, within a year of being named an advisor to Theodorus the Great, he was sitting in a jail cell with his two sons awaiting to be executed, and he wrote, amid all sorts of troubles, the worst is to have once been happy. And the wisdom literature is of a single voice with respect to great things like this. It says, don't get too excited about it. This too will pass. So I had this great fear, and all I could think of were all of the ways that I've failed. But how could I not be happy? I feel like the luckiest person I know most days. I'm married to an unbelievable woman who is my partner and my love, and I watched her learn and struggle and experiment and succeed at doing transformative teaching long before I ever stepped foot in a classroom. I knew it could be done, and with her support I said no to a certain but knowing that it would be unfulfilling opportunity to say yes to what was then an uncertain possibility, the possibility of a teaching career, and I could not have had the courage to make that decision on my own. I know it. And I was lucky enough to get hired to a department with great people like Adriana said, Matt Shevitz, Amanda Luce, Adriana, Isabel, Belance, Marcine Henry, and Pierre Checkin. We came in together, we were new together, we were learning together, and we learned from the fierceness of Arlene Zide and the political acumen of Paul Urbanek and the integrity of Jim Schultz, and so many of the people who are here have helped us along the way. Armin provided invaluable mentorship to me when I was an untenured chair and didn't know what I was doing. So many of the distinguished professors who are sitting around here today, Art and Sherry and Mike and Phil, and I can run down the entire list of them, have given me models to learn from and great things to see every day, reasons to come back when I felt like those failures were going to overwhelm me. I think of so many new people who have come in. I was part of a wave of faculty who have transformed the college, and when I was first asked by Gitta and Amanda so generously if I would accept the nomination, I thought, I'm too new. I've only been here 9 years. And I talked about it with Larry, and I realized after that conversation that put me at about 30th most senior faculty member, which was amazing and terrifying at the same time. I feel lucky to have worked at a college where, despite so much administrative turnover, there's been incredible consistency from our administration in being committed first and foremost to a quality, affordable, liberal education. Above all, committed to an education of meaningful quality. I've worked for, in the 9 years, I worked for 3 presidents, 4 vice presidents, one of them twice, 6 deans of instruction, 5 associate deans of instruction, and every single one of them, despite all of that disruption and turnover, every one of them has contributed to the excellence of the college, rather than contributed to the destruction of some great aspect of it. I so appreciate that. The staff, the professionals, my fellow faculty, I feel like I could not do what I do without so much support and so many great examples. I'm so appreciative of all that. this is my dream job. I was hired in the summer of 2003, and the day or two after I got the phone call saying I was hired, I received a letter in the mail that said, "Thank you for your application, but we have decided to go another way." I got a rejection letter from the department. It was signed by Paula Bannock, and I keep it framed next to my desk. If you want to see it, it's on the wall next to my desk. I keep it there to remind myself how desperately I wanted this job and how happy I am that I have it. And I love it because, like you, because of our students, because I love my subject, because I love doing work that's meaningful and important, and I love doing it with other people who are so committed. And I feel just incredibly lucky for that. A 12th century Chinese philosopher Chu Xi writes that it is best if, when you look at yourself, you see the shortcomings while others see progress. And maybe that's what's happening here. If it is, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to my children for not minding the late night and early morning typing. I'm grateful to my partner, to my department, to my colleagues, to especially the committee that sought to choose me, Uthman and Sherry, and Hector, yes. I'm so grateful to you three for choosing my name, and to the other nominees. I don't know who they are. I'm sure they were worthy, and I hope that you all experienced the same feeling of overwhelmingness that I am. Jim Schultz, along in my first department meeting, Jim Schultz said, "I'm really excited for you, not only because you're embarking on a great career, you're about to embark on a great education." And I didn't know what that meant then, but I think I do now. When I hear the word learning community, I think of students thrown together to learn something, or at least I did until earlier today when I was finishing this speech. I realized that any students who come to Harold Washington College, they're joining a learning community that already exists, our learning community. And in welcoming them in, we broaden our own possibilities, we broaden the expanse of that community, and we are all ennobled by it in ways that we can't possibly predict. I hear the voice of wisdom literature that says, when great things happen, be careful. Don't take too much credit. I think I've got that one covered. And don't get too excited. But I can't help but get excited about this. I'm so grateful, and because of it, I say that every day when I come, I try to burn with the joy that I feel for this work that we do, for the subjects that we teach, and for the students who are there for us, who are there with us. And if it's that burning that you see, even if it's dim on some days and red hot on other days, Adriana, even if it's that joy that you see burning in me, if that's what distinguishes me, then I thank you for it, because no matter what, come what may, I will take it. I cannot imagine myself happier with work that I find so meaningful. I thank you for recognizing it. I'm so proud to be a part of it with you all. Thanks.